What up, y'all? Mike back again, and today will be another story time. With this story time, it's nothing too exciting, thrilling, or nothing like that. Figured I'll tell it, you know what I mean? But I do have two story times coming up, which involves, the two most profound, relationships I ever had with women. You know what I mean? And they'll be in both videos will be in two parts, more than likely. Why? Because it's far too long. You know what I mean? It'll be like in 2 hours or something. Seriously, like I could think about trimming all the fat, but I love telling every single detail. So those be in two parts. I'll probably do those this coming weekend or some shit like that. So if not, then in the future, which won't be long, because that's the next story time will be those videos. So yeah, man, this story time is the two times that I can remember, like, vividly, of me being sick in school. So the first time I remember being sick in school, probably sick before that, probably, I don't remember, but the time I was really sick in school, like, I can remember, was in 1994. And why do I remember the date so fucking well is because fuck, I hate this shit. I'm letting the fucking ring. Fuck that. But anyway, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was really big back then, like 93, 94, 95. They were big. 95, the series ended. They went on the Zeo Rangers or whatever the fuck. But I had the coloring book of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it had the Green Ranger in it, and me and my boys were just talking about like WrestleMania 10 and shit like that, Even though WrestleMania 10 happened early in the year, because this is like Christmas time. I know it's Christmas time because we had a Christmas party the day before this all happened. And it had to be 1994. I know it was. You know what I mean? NBA Jam Tournament Edition for Sega Genesis I was playing. It had to be 1994. I'm almost positive. So, and I wasn't like, yeah, it had to be. Because my second year of third grade, because I stood back once, but I had third grade twice. You know what I mean? So, yeah, 1994, I was 9 years old. And we had a Christmas party the day before, and I think I had ice cream or something the night before I went to school, something like that. I can't remember what it was. All I remember was being sick, and I remember being in like midday. We had recess. So after recess, no, is it after recess? No, recess is like the morning and shit. Like, it was like lunch. Yeah, so midday, afternoonish time. Like after like 1 o'clock, we get out at 3 o'clock. So it's like 1 o'clock. Maybe 2:30 we got out. 2:33. So 1 o'clock, I was noticing a pain in my stomach, yo. And I had a Chicago Bulls like sweatshirt on, and I had like a pain in my stomach, and I'm like, I just said, yo, can I go to the office? And this is my art teacher, cause in elementary school over here anyway, you stay in the same class all fucking day, and you got the art teacher, the music teacher, the gym teacher comes in and shit, yo. And I'm like, yo, can I go to the office? I'm trying to ask to go home and shit, you know what I mean? Because I felt like puking. All kind of. It wasn't like a pain where you had to take a shit. It was a pain in the stomach, like you just nauseous. Nausea, you know what I mean? Like, fuck this noise. So, I go to the motherfucking office. And, what's his name? The principal. Mr. Foley, right? This nigga Mr. Foley. He, not when I was there, but like later on. So it had to be like the late 90s to early 2000s. I heard about him. Got fired by being the principal because he was taking the kids' candy money and shit like that. And picture money. You take pictures and to pay for the pictures. He was robbing little kids for their money and shit, like taking the parents' money for the candy and all that. So he got fired. But they didn't do much for me, which is bullshit. The little secretary there, Mrs. Phillips, that was her name, Mrs. Phillips. And she was like, "Oh no, you be alright, honey. Just rest your belly." Fucking bitch. And the principal was like, "Well, you know, kids, they had a Christmas party yesterday. They ate mad food and all the food at the Christmas party, the junk food and all that." And I'm like, "Dude, that's not it." It couldn't be. Come on now. Then I'm forced to go back. They didn't send me home or nothing, so I'm forced to go back in a fucking class. And stupid bitch. Her name was Mrs. McHugh. Yeah, what kind of name is that, right? Mrs. McHugh. That was her fucking name. Don't even know how you spell that shit, but that was her name. Remember, like it was yesterday. Looking like a bitch from the fucking 1970s or something. You know, she was a white bitch with like some fucking blown out brown fucking afro and some fucking, you know, I was wearing bright colors and shit. I hate this stupid bitch, right? I had to go to the bathroom, you know, to puke. I feel like puking at this point, yo. These stupid motherfuckers in the principal's office didn't let me go home, so I'm still sick. So I'm like, I raised my hand. I'm like, "Can I go to the bathroom?" She's like, "No." I don't know why the fuck she declined me. You know, maybe we were doing work at the time. I don't remember. But I asked again. She's like, "Now." I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I want to punch this bitch in the face, right? I don't know what the fuck their problem was. And, yo, I swear to God, right after she declined me, you know when you throw up? I haven't thrown up since the year 2000, so I wouldn't remember, but... Well, I remember, but I wouldn't know the feeling, because I haven't had it happen this so long. But when you're about to throw up, and you can't, like, you don't do it, it just comes the fuck out. You can't help it. It's predictable. So I projectile vomited everywhere, yo. It was fucking disgusting. Oh, it was all brown. I remember that. It was brown, yo. Brown. And it was fucking disgusting. It was just nasty as all fuck, yo. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? All over my Chicago Bulls shirt. My sweatshirt and shit. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get the fuck home, man. At that point, they did send me home. My mom came and got me. And my classmates were dope, man. They were really concerned. They didn't laugh. You know, nothing like that. You know how kids are. But they were all, like, every last one of my classmates in that class was concerned. And they said, "I hope you feel better, Mike." They all had my back, yo. Some kids had respect back then. Not now. Fuck no. But yeah, man. I just left, went home, and that was that. That was 1994, 3rd grade. My second time in 3rd grade. It's being held back. Next is the year 2000. And it is in the 8th grade, about to go to high school. At this time, I am 15 years old. And why do I know it's 2000? Because I just do. I'll tell you why. The day before this all went down, me and my uncle went to the latest toy store and got excuse me, and got ECW Hardcore Revolution, which was basically just an like Acclaim said fuck it, you know, and just made it Attitude, WWF Attitude. That's all it was with the ECW fucking brand. We was really upset about that, you know what I mean? We knew it when it was about to come out, you know what I mean? Because the graphics looked like, well, that was familiar, you know what I mean? But it's just attitude. That's all that is. That is like absolute laziness on their part, you know, just absolute laziness, yo. So we get that, and a day after SmackDown comes out, WWF SmackDown, the first joint for the PlayStation, you know what I mean? So I'm in school, and I start feeling fucked up, like headache and nauseous. And I tell my girlfriend at the time, Amanda, her name was Amanda, and This is the girl I lost my virginity to. Excuse me. I asked her, you want to go to the office with me? She's like, yeah. And, back then, people, they were so cool back then, teachers and stuff. His name was Mr. Souza. And he let me and her go at the same time to the office, to the nurse's office. And I go to the nurse's office, and I tell her, man, I feel sick. I'm about to puke. I got a headache. She was such a fucking cunt. Like, I hate this bitch. If I seen this bitch right now, I'll spit in her fucking face. That's how much I hate this bitch. She says to me, she goes, go ahead, go in the bathroom. Try to throw up. Just like that. I'm like, you fucking cunt. Right? It gets better, right? So I'm sitting there just dry heaving, basically. Nothing's coming out. I'm feeling dizzy and all fucked up too. I'm sick as fuck, yo. And I'm like, I just said this. Can I go home? She's like, she goes in the bathroom with me, the fucking nurse. She's like, you're not throwing up. I don't see nothing. Just lay your head down. You'll be alright. Lay your head down. So she writes me over the pass back to class. And my girlfriend at the time, Amanda, she tells the fucking nurse, why can't he just go home? You see that he's sick. She's like, he may be sick, but he's not throwing up, so he's good enough to finish the day. Fucking cunt. It was early in the day, so imagine, like, I felt like shit, like, for the fucking couple of periods. And still in middle school, you stay. It's kind of different because you stay in the same class all day, but you move to different rooms. You got your science, your social studies. It's the same class, but it's different teachers. If that makes any sense, there's homeroom and then different teachers, but with the same class all day. And to be honest, I love high school. High school is my favorite year I ever had. High school is my favorite out of everything. Middle school is a close second because that was so much fun. But high school, was dope. But changing classes with different classmates, I'd rather have it like the OG way, in the middle school, elementary style. But yeah, man. But by lunchtime I was feeling a little better. I was getting happy because it was slowly going away, but fuck being happy. Because I went away for the remainder of the day, it went away. But I was walking home, and guess what? It came back. You know what I mean? And when I came back home, I started getting the chills. I was shivering, and I just puked. But luckily, my uncle had this pink bucket up for me because I told him. My room was upstairs on the right side. His room was upstairs on the left. So he came into me with a bucket. I told him I needed to puke, and I just puked all in that fucking bucket. Disgusting, And we got smacked down that day, but I couldn't even fucking enjoy it. It started snowing and shit. It was terrible. But that stupid bitch nurse had the audacity not to send me home and tell me that I wasn't sick. Just like the stupid fucking 3rd grade teacher, Mrs. McHugh, wouldn't let me go to the fucking bathroom. Like, you fucking cunts. But that's the story of me being sick in school. I know it wasn't too mind-blowing. I just want to talk about it. So, I will see y'all on the flip side. Hope you enjoy it. I got the better stories coming. It's going to be a lot longer and stuff. So, I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace.